what are your thoughts on volume versus intensity?
All right. I mean, I don't think volume and intensity have to sacrifice each other. I think it's the opposite. That I do volume, so I can maintain that intensity throughout the day. And also, I think Rich and I are in the same boat. We're fairly new to CrossFit in the grand scheme of things, so we need that time to practice and to do the movements, and it's more time to practice things that all these other guys have just done in doing CrossFit for so long. And I feel more confident when I do more because I feel like I've got that in the bag. So, and the confidence is a huge part. I mean, I hit every workout as if, you know, I'm going to be on the main site, or I'm going to be, you know, I got to beat Rich's time, or I got to beat, you know, Nico's time, or something like that. So, you know, will my time suffer? Maybe. But when it comes to game time, I'm going to be fresh, so I know I'm going to get a better time. So I also have that in my back pocket. That shit, I hit that workout, compromised, and still beat those guys.
Recover faster. I think it helps with recovery.
Right.
I mean, and partly the reason I do a lot of stuff is because I get bored throughout the day, and I'm like, all right, I want to do another one, and you know, I feel fresh, feel good, so I go add another one. And a lot of the times too, I've got some guys that I work out with at our gym that, you know, they're like, hey, try this one with me. So I'm like, all right, of course, you know. And it only helps, I think, you know. And we talked about this last night. A lot of them were saying, well, you know, you're sacrificing your recovery, and you're supposed to recover, but I don't think you're really sacrificing recovery, to be honest. I mean,
the biggest thing, like, I listen to my body. So if I feel like mashed up, I'll do anything, or like I'll be like, right, I'm not gonna do my intervals, or I'm not gonna do super heavy strength. I'll work on technique. So like, listening to your body is the most important thing.
Yeah. Not everybody's the same.
What about you know, the argument that like, oh, you should be doing, you know, someone would say this, I don't think this, but someone would say like, oh, you should do your one, and then you should be on the floor dead, right, and then you shouldn't have any energy to do another one. So they would say, oh, well, you guys aren't going hard enough.
After some of them, I am. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I don't do them like right back to back, or you know, some of them I do program to where they're right back to back. You know, maybe a 3 or 4 minute break. Lately, I've been doing a lot of that. You know, doing 3 different WODs separated by 5 minutes apiece. And, you know, it's an interval type thing more than anything, but it's also just I mean, it can't hurt.
Right. Like, I'm not, you know, I'll do 3 or 4 workouts in a day, but separated by rest. Yeah. But I also did double Fran the other day and did a 220 Fran the first time. So, and then hit it right away. So I mean, is that 2 workouts back to back without rest? Yeah. But I mean, I don't think anyone's going to say that I didn't hit it I got to go faster, you know. So, you know, it's just learning to feel like that.
Yeah. All right, one more question. What do you think the difference is? Like, you know, you guys are both personal trainers. You both have clients. You're on block, or you don't have block, but you have clients. Yeah. What do you think about, like, you know, and also everybody on .com is looking at you guys and they're saying, oh, they do 5. I'm just a normal guy who's starting. Maybe I should do 5. Maybe I'll get there though. What do you think about that?
I mean, the first thing is, like, at my box, you know, like I talk to people. We let them know, like, what is the appropriate volume, and that first off, like, you can't, you know, like anything, you have to make steps to get a means to an end. So I mean, if you want to work to that, we can get you there. It's going to take you time, but we can get you there. But I mean, someone just doing CrossFit. I mean,
no, I mean, I didn't start out doing
right. I mean, I started just doing my workouts, and, you know, 3 on 1 off. Do that. One day, you know, that's it. And if you feel like you're getting fitter, stronger, and faster, then why change it? You know, I don't feel like if I went to a 1 day workout, I wouldn't see as my progressive gains. So.
I never really even thought about doing 2, and one day we were just looking through and we were like, hey, looks like a cool one to try. Let's try a second one. And got done and I was like, pretty good, you know. And from then on, I just do 2 or 3 a day, and it just, I mean, it's all personal preference. You know, you talk to Spiel and he only does 1. Like you said, you gotta listen to your body. Different people, different athletes are different, you know, different, not just physically and psychologically. You know, that high of volume, psychologically at times, you know, it wears you down, but that's part of it. I mean, you gotta be ready for that when you come to the games too, so, you know.
I mean, I don't think every professional athlete trains the same way, no. But they're all pretty damn good. You know, so I mean, I think that's a valid, you know, people do different things, different means to an end. You know, in 5 years from now, my training's gonna look a shitload different than it is today.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, we're also 23 years old. You know, so we have that behind us as well. So, yeah.
Thanks.
You got it.